Thank you, Nancy, for having me. So yeah, I'm a self-publishing consultant with a company called My Word Publishing. And so I guide authors through the whole process of self-publishing. So from production into publication and distribution. So a little bit of what that looks like when authors come to us, they might just have a manuscript and say, hey, how do I self-publish this book? And as you know, there's a lot of different people in the line of professionals who you can get involved. So from cover designers, book layout designers, editors. So at My Word, we are kind of the liaison that gets you to the professionals involved to produce a professionally self-published book. And then also help you with publishing it and getting it out into the world. And we even have some marketing consultative services as well.
More and more people are considering the self-indie hybrid, right? Just basically we'll call it the non-traditional route of getting a book published. But what they learned, or what you and I know and how you and I have come together, is it is not a straightforward path. There is no one way, there is no right way. And so I think, one of the things we're going to talk about, kind of taking a high level approach to what are some basic things people need to understand if they are, considering doing this. Let's talk about self-publishing is overwhelming, right? Is there a typical self-publishing candidate, right? Like if somebody is thinking about it, how do you help them decide, or have they already decided when they come to you if self-publishing is the right path?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, when people do come to me, I do go through the different publishing models that are alive today. So the past 10 years, self-publishing is just kind of, entered the space. It's booming. But with that comes, a lot of people who are trying to take authors' rights and royalties. So with the different publishing models, right, we always think of the traditional model where we're pitching to a big publisher and they take your rights and, you have to split royalties. In some cases, you get it in advance. It's great. I think if you're a writer who, we all have that dream of being in, HarperCollins, right? But it takes a lot of time, right? So you might not get published for years. You have to go get an agent, and then the agent goes to the big publisher. So there are some negatives to that approach. And then there's other models, right, where they take your rights and your royalties. So self-publishing, if you want to keep your rights and your royalties, you want to make a great book and you want to get it out into the world in a timely manner, self-publishing really is for you. And a lot of authors are finding that they're getting more royalties out of self-publishing than if they went with a traditional publisher.
Right. So there's a money consideration, there's a time consideration, and there's a control situation.